Oh, hey friends, it's Josh talking about trust and estates governance things with my buddy Dodger, who's off chasing squirrels right now. Bob from Barstow asks, hey Josh, can trustees buy errors and omissions insurance? And the answer is sure, Bob. That's one of the powers enumerated in the California Probate Code. I don't really remember which one of the codes it is, but it's in there. And it says that the trustees can use trust assets to purchase insurance, even insurance that protects the trustee. That's errors and omissions insurance. So yeah, you can buy insurance using trust assets to protect yourself. Now, what about this insurance? The insurance covers two things. One of the things that it covers is the cost of defense. So let's pretend you're the trustee and some knucklehead pot-smoking beneficiary decides to sue you because they think they should be the trustee and they think grandpa made a mistake by naming you. So they sue you. The claims are spurious. There's nothing there. Hey, Dodger, come back here. There's nothing there. But still, you have to go through the exercise of defending yourself as you administer the trust consistent with its terms. So you can use trust assets to defend yourself, or errors and omissions insurance will pay for the cost of defense. The other thing that E&O insurance covers is if you go through the lawsuit and it turns out that the pot-smoking beneficiary wasn't wrong, that you actually are a knucklehead trustee that doesn't know what you're doing and you breached a bunch of your duties of loyalty or care and caused injury to the beneficiary, then the judge may say, all right, here's the consequences. And those consequences might be financial. You might have to have restitution to the trust or disgorge fees or whatever. Make up the difference in return that should have been experienced. So the E&O insurance will also cover that, the damages. So those two things that the E&O policy covers is the cost of defense and damages. Now, of the two of those, the most likely one to occur to a trustee is the cost of defense. There are a lot of lawsuits of ticked off beneficiaries against trustees, and not very many of those lawsuits result in a judge finding damages that the trustee was a knucklehead, breached their duties, and owed the trust money. So, how much is the cost of defense? Well, how much insurance should you get? So these things price at about $1,000 to $3,000 per $1 million of coverage. So if you got $1 million of coverage, that $1 million can be used for the cost of defense and damages. It's kind of like a cumulative pot that is used until it is used up. So a common amount of coverage would be something like $500,000 or $1 million. And common cost is $1,000 per million to $3,000 per million. Hey. Okay, thanks for the heads up. So cost is about $1,000 to $3,000 per million. And you don't have to insure the entire value of the trust, right? Because you're not insuring the trust, you're insuring against the risk that could come up. So if there's a trust with, let's say, $5 million in it, $5 million of assets, I don't think you need $5 million of coverage, because the likelihood of $5 million in cost of defense or $5 million of damages is almost zero. Hey, Dodger. Oh, dear. Dodger found some buddies. Anyhow, so you don't have to get you don't have to insure the full value of the trust like you would insure the full value of a house if you wanted homeowner's insurance. So something like $500,000 to $1 million is good for most folks, even if the trust is bigger than that. And that dollar amount would cover both the cost of defense, which is the much more likely one to occur, and and any damages that there are, restitution that the trustee owes. Last thing is, oh, hi guys, look at all these guys having so much fun. I don't know who those other dogs are. And then the last one is you can have kind of like a copay, or the amount that the trustee pays first. Now remember, it's coming out of the trust anyway. So my encouragement is have that amount, the amount of risk that the trustee or the trust accepts, be on the high side. Most of these policies I see written at a couple of $1,000s out of the trust's pocket first, and that increases the cost of the premium. I think it's better to have like $25,000 or $50,000 of the risk first be the trust, and then the insurance kicks in. All right, I hope Bob from Barstow, that's helpful. See you, buddy.